It's Mezcal Monday, and today we're going to be taking a look at a new brand that was sent to me by the brand. It is Fuego Y Humo Mezcal, right here on the Tequila Hombre. Coming up next. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where today we're going to be taking a look at a new Mezcal brand. The brand did send me this bottle for review, and of course they will get an honest and unbiased review. This particular expression that they sent me is from Fuego Y Humo, is a Tobala. Now, Tobalas are one of my favorite agaves that I love mezcals from. Tobalas, Jabalis are very good. Tepastates are very good. So those are some of my favorite. So a little bit of background about this mezcal brand. It's made from a really small mezcalero. His name is actually on the bottle. It's Jose Manuel Mendez. They use Tobala, which is cooked in a conical oven in the ground. Then after it is done cooked, they use a Taona to do the extract the sugars from the agave fibers. And then it is fermented using the open air fermentation in wooden vats made of pine wood. After fermentation is complete, then it is twice distilled in copper pot stills, and then they use colas to adjust the alcohol by volume on it. So everything about the process on this sounds like it's going to be a really nice mezcal, and of course, since they use copper pots and such, it is an artisanal agave, or artisanal mezcal. And so you do want to look, when you're looking for a mezcal, you do want to see either artisanal or ancestral on the label to ensure that it's made in a traditional manner or ancestral manner. All right, so that's pretty much the background information on this brand. Let's get into the tasting and see what this mezcal is all about. All right, so a little background information on Tobala while I'm opening up the bottle here and doing my pour. Tobala is a wild agave and typically takes 10 to 15 years for maturation. These were sourced from Oaxaca, and I love the flavor profiles typically of Tobala, and because it tends to be sweeter with more hints of like cinnamon and vanilla and stuff that come through on it. Not as fruity as some other agaves, but it's extremely creamy and stuff if it's done right. It has just a beautiful flavor profile that is not too far off from tequila. It's a little different. And then also when evaluating a mezcal, you want to look at the smokiness in it. Now, if it's super smoky for a mezcal, that's typically a production flaw. Normally, the agave is what's supposed to really ring through in a good mezcal. So there are mezcals out there that are super smoky. And we'll see about this one here and what this one's all about. All right, so I've got my glass poured. Let's take a look at this in the glass. It coats the glass beautifully. You can see the legs and tears starting to form at the top, certainly dripping down. Looks like it's going to have a nice viscous mouthfeel. There, it just broke off the glass. Looks like it's going to have a nice viscous mouthfeel. It looks to be great. And of course, you know, we do taste with our eyes, our nose, our mouth. So we want to trigger all the senses here. Looking at the mezcal itself, crystal clear. You can see little shimmers of silver dashing through it. It looks great. All right. So let's see what we get on the nose on this. I got a little itch going on here, but all right. So let's see what we get going on the nose. I definitely am getting some like sweet vanilla notes that come through. Almost a tropical fruit banana kind of note coming through as well. I'm not picking up any smoke. It's not smoky at all. Has a nice woody, earthy note that comes through from it as well. I'm picking up like nice vanilla and cinnamon. It smells delightful. It smells really good. It smells like a good Tobala. All right. So now let's get into the tasting portion and see what this mezcal tastes like. All right. Since I haven't tasted any mezcal or tequila yet, I'm going to go ahead and acclimate my mouth to the alcohol in this. And by the way, this is 47% alcohol by volume, so it is a higher proof mezcal, which I tend to like mezcals that are higher proof more than the 40% mezcal. So because then there's just like extra good agave flavor that comes through on it. All right, so let's get the mouth prepped for the alcohol here. Wait for your lips and gums and stuff for the stinging to get through, because then they're going like, whoa. All right, all that stinging and stuff has subsided from the higher proof alcohol. Let's get into the tasting and see what we get on the tasting portion. It is nice and viscous on the mouthfeel, a little silky smooth. Picking up notes of cinnamon, vanilla, a hint of leather that comes through on it, a nice earthiness from it, and that typically comes from the cooking. And it finishes with a nice sweet cinnamon on the mouth as well. And it's very creamy. It's very silky creamy on the mouthfeel, which kind of adds to the blends in nicely with the vanilla and the cinnamon flavors that are coming through. It's very nice. I like this a lot. It's really good. So I'd recommend it. I'd give it 4 agave. It's not like the best Tobala I've ever had, but it's definitely very good. I definitely would recommend it. And I think we're going to look to see to order it to get it on ferment and still for those of you that want to try it. So there you go. If you like the information I shared with you about this mezcal, make sure you click the thumbs up and give me a like for the information. And then if you're new to the channel, bienvenido, welcome. We also do tequila reviews, but I also like to include mezcals because mezcals are an important part of the tequila history. And they also give you an option to add more flavor profiles to what you're drinking. So we do Mezcal Mondays occasionally when we get mezcal brands that come in, and I like good mezcals, sotos, raicillas, and I recommend if you've been thinking about trying them, please go ahead, but make sure you've watched some videos on the beginner mezcals and stuff, and don't dive into some of the ones that may be a little more advanced palates, because there are some that can be a little crazy on the flavor profile. So I can help you ease your way into mezcal so you can enjoy them and really understand and enjoy what flavors that mezcals have to order. If you're new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button there and click the notification bell next to it. Bienvenido, welcome. We'd love to have you comment on our future videos as well as participate in our live streams that'll be coming up and become an important part of the Tequila Hombre community. Well, there you go. Fuego Y Humo for agave. I like it. If you find it, get it. If not, you can wait. We'll get it on ferment and still, and you can buy it from there. Well, until next time, like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila or mezcal. So if you want to pick up a bottle of Fuego Y Humo, go ahead and do it. It's really enjoyable. Salud.